Lakeport State Park, right off of Lakeshore Road, just north of Lakeport, Michigan. Beautiful state park. A lot of very nice shoreline. All right, so there's a south campground and a north campground. Got a couple of small cabins like most state parks, but for the most part, it's all RV or tent camping. So as you can tell, it's a pretty good sized state park. Dump station would be dead ahead, but they want you to go through the campground, so it's a one-way station instead of having people coming from both directions. You can come in and use the dump station probably at any state park if you're not camping here, but they charge, I think, 10 or 15 bucks. Fall colors are just beginning to show this year, and this is pretty late. We are the last weekend of September. They've got a big blowout, so to speak, here for Halloween. This park will be full for that weekend. It's earlier than Halloween, but I don't remember if it's the first weekend of October or the second. Camp store dead ahead of us. And we'll take you out and show you the beach. It is beautiful. That is Lake Huron you're looking at. All right, as usual, no dogs on beach, so Jax is going to have to wait in the truck. Painted rocks. Kids love doing that, and it's kind of thing here. No lifeguard, as always, but what a beautiful day on the beach. Hard to believe this is almost October. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's comfortable temperature. Obviously, we wouldn't have people in the water if it wasn't. Lakeport State Park, lying along the shores of Lake Huron, provides over a full mile of sandy beach you can walk, look for stones, and just relax on. This is a gorgeous park. The park itself is divided into two units. There's a day use unit on the south side of the village of Lakeport and the campground unit on the north side of Lakeport Village. The north unit has a total number of 250 campsites, and they are divided between two campgrounds. One is right along the beach, and then the other's in the woods a little bit. All sites have a picnic table, fire circle, electricity, and the campground has newer, modern toilet and shower buildings, along with the fact they have pull-throughs as well as some camp pads, making it easy to level your camper. Is currently looking at the site where we had walked out on the beach earlier in this video. This shot shows the north campground, or the bigger campground that has the closest beach access in the north unit. The southern unit will see some views of it, but it's very difficult to tell it's a campground because the tree canopy is so thick. This is the second campground to the south in Lakeport State Park. You can see the campers somewhat, but as you can tell, it is heavily wooded, more shaded. Both campgrounds are absolutely gorgeous. You won't be disappointed no matter which one you end up in. This is how I was able to fly a drone and give you some aerial views of Lakeport State Park. You are not allowed to launch or retrieve a drone inside Michigan state parks, but there's nothing that says you can't fly over them. So I just took my boat up to the beach and we launched from the boat, never entering the state park itself. This kiosk shows you how many state parks are along the shores of Lake Huron. And I must say, Michigan has a lot. The state has done a great job in providing access to the shoreline of Lake Huron and all the Great Lakes for that matter. This is the North Campground. And as you can see, it's pretty sunny and open. We could see from the air that there wasn't a ton of tree cover. It's got a lot of sites. The bigger part of the camping area is the North Campground rather than the South. As we come around these loops and head out, we will pass the dump station, which is also right beside to the west of the North Campground. This is the dump station. It has room for 2 campers at a time. On Sunday afternoon, there can be quite a line here trying to dump before they leave. I have used the dump station more times as a transient than a camper because I live just 5 miles down the road. I don't really camp here other than once or twice over the years. As we approach the entrance to the park, we'll turn left instead of exiting and visit the southern campground section of Lakeport State Park. Now this is still the north unit. North unit is where all the camping is. There just happens to be 2 campgrounds within the north unit. After we finish in the north unit, we will head south to the other side of the village of Lakeport and show you the south unit, which is actually just a day use area. All camping happens in the north unit. As you can see, the southern campground of the north unit is much more wooded, much more like a typical state park. There is access to the beach, but you have to walk down. If you are considering a trip to Lakeport State Park, but you're not familiar with the Lakeport area, feel free to reach out in the comments and ask me any questions. Because I grew up in this area, I would be happy to share any local knowledge I can. As we pass the entrance gate, we will leave the campground area and head down towards the southern unit of the park, which is a day use area. In the southern unit, all parking is on the west side of M25. That pedestrian bridge we saw was how you get from the parking area to the beach. It's a fair walk, but it provides for a lot more parking than you would have if you just parked everybody on the east side of M25. Today is late September, and in this case, the south unit is now closed for the season. The south unit again is strictly day use, mostly for people going to the beach or having family or group barbecues and picnics. Still a beautiful section of park, and I'll highly recommend you visit. Here is an aerial view of the south unit. The pavilion in front of you provides restrooms and sometimes some concessions. Again, as the north unit offers, it is a beautiful beach. It's not a mile long like the north unit, but it is large, and there's a lot of beach walking you can do to enjoy this area. As you can see, Lake Huron is typically quite clear in the summer. When the winds aren't blowing, it turns into crystal clear water. You can see down maybe 30-40 feet sometimes. The road you are seeing is M25, and there's the pedestrian bridge we went under. To the west of M25 is the parking area, and you can see there is a lot of parking over there. So this park is very spacious, and I don't know if I've ever seen this jam full of people. Very different than Lakeside Park in Port Huron that is just overrun with people from the Detroit area on weekends. If you're interested in more information regarding the beaches of southern Lake Huron along St. Clair County, please take a look at the description. I put a link in there for a video showing all the public beaches along the shoreline in St. Clair County. If you're interested in campground reviews, take a look at my playlist for campground reviews. There's quite a few in there from Michigan as well as other parts of the country. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. And if you have any questions about the area, don't hesitate to put them in the comments.